The routine when they catch a drunk driver, but what if a driver is stoned? There is no standard test for police to quickly find out whether someone is too high to drive. But as Riley Wyant tells us, the State Crime Commission is trying to change that.
There's no precise roadside test for drivers who have been using marijuana. This is a huge issue, with more Virginians choosing to drive while high. Driving under the influence of drugs can be just as dangerous as driving while drunk, which makes a recent survey from the Virginia Cannabis Control Authority all the more troubling.
And one of the things that really stood out to us in that polling they did was that something like 30% of Virginians think it's okay to drive after having smoked marijuana, which is radically different than what Virginians think about alcohol.
With pot legalized, police know more people are driving while high. The issue is how to test a driver's THC levels. Unlike testing a driver's blood alcohol content, there's no standardized test for THC.
You don't have something like that for marijuana. There is no standard protocol.
One possible tool lawmakers discussed, changing state law to give officers the ability to swab a driver's cheek to test for weed or other drugs.
There's a lot of constitutional issues that come into play once you start taking bodily fluids out of a human being.
Senator Scott Surovell believes this may be a flawed approach, not only for legal reasons, but because most swabs detect usage in the last 12 hours.
Somebody could be taking a marijuana gummy to help sleep at night, get up the next morning, go to work completely sober, get rear-ended on the beltway on their way to work, and they test positive on these things.
Another issue, marijuana is fat soluble and metabolizes differently than alcohol. That's why it can be detected in your system weeks after use. The Crime Commission plans to vote on recommendations next month, which would then go to the General Assembly for approval. On your side, Riley Wyant, NBC 12 News.
Riley, thank you. Navigate